We've never had this fella on the program, but we're happy to have him now because he is quite the talent. We welcome Jason. Jason, pardon us, is it Statham?
Yes, it is, chaps. It's Statham. Yeah.
Oh, great! He's a foreigner. We didn't know that. We're gonna have to cut this short. We usually don't like foreigners on the show.
Okay. Well, I feel very privileged. Thanks for the
right on. All right. Thanks. Sorry, man.
Now, Jason, we've not yet seen it, but we hear that Crank is excellent.
What do you mean you haven't seen it?
Haven't seen it yet.
Come on, lad.
Yeah, right. You'd think we'd have time.
You got to love the scenario. This guy wakes up to find he's been poisoned and has only 1 hour to live.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
he's been poisoned. He's got an hour. He finds out he's been poisoned. Wakes up, finds out he's got an hour to live, and then basically, through one way or another, the only way he can stay alive, and he finds this out through this doctor friend, this rock and roll doctor friend of his. Says he's sort of barking out different suggestions on how to stay alive or prolong your life, and so he has to keep his adrenaline pumping through his veins, and if he does so, it'll buy him enough time to either find an antidote or do what he needs to do anyway.
And in this time, he has to rescue his girlfriend from danger, stay 2 steps ahead of his nemesis, and search for the antidote. I mean, that's a busy hour.
Now,
It's a busy hour, yeah.
Jason, is this? Do you know if this is partially a remake of the old DOA film?
Not a clue. Probably not. I mean, in fact, coincidentally, the directors are called Mark and Brian.
Interesting.
Right on.
They wrote it in 4 days. And, I'm sure it wasn't inspired by anything apart from their lack of interest in a lot of the films that gets made, and they thought they could do something a little bit wacky and different, and I think they achieved that.
Now, somebody in the building did see it, and they said that there's a scene, and I believe it was your girlfriend and you are like in Chinatown or something, and you hike up her skirt and do her right there?
That's correct, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if that ain't worth you $10, what is?
That is good work if you can get it.
That really is. I mean, right out there in the middle of everybody?
Right in the middle of about 250 extras, yeah.
Nice.
Let's go there for a second, because this is, after all, a morning show. Who's the biggest star? The biggest star that you've ever, shagged?
What are you talking about?
I mean, is it Paris Hilton? Are you getting the Lindsay Lohan action? What are you doing?
I don't go around knocking on people's doors, trying to get myself in the public eye. Who's the biggest one you've ever had?
I would have to say probably Jamie Farr. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, now, Jason, the most people would probably, if they're a fan of yours, began that fanship with your Transporter films.
Right.
Is there going to be another one?
Yeah, I feel that there is. I mean, I'm a very good friend of Luc Besson's, and we sat down not so long ago, and he said there's enough of an interest to do another one, and I particularly enjoy working with him, so I think we've got something going. I'm not sure when we'll shoot it, but definitely there'll be one, yeah.
All right, now, Jason, found this entertaining. We had a little note, says 5 things you should know about Jason, and it says that before you became a film star, the way that you would pay the bills is in, I guess it was London, you would sell stuff on the street.
Yeah.
What?
I sell basically fake jewellery. Done it in we used to give them a set of things, and I also sell perfume, whatever it was, Usually the most lucrative was selling the jewelry.
Now, how did you get somebody's, because people, when they're walking on the street, they don't want to talk to you. They want to go where they're supposed to go. How did you get their interest into stopping down and looking at your crap?
By lifting his girlfriend's skirt up and doing her right there.
That's about all it takes.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have a standard approach?
Standing to my left, and that's the procedure, yeah.
Did you have a standard approach of something you would say to these people?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's tricky to kind of to explain how we do it, but I mean, basically, you're just telling them you're going to give them something for nothing, and there's enough of a greedy man out there to be interested in that prospect. We used to throw things at them.
Wow.
Basically, I mean, and once you've got a crowd, I mean, I used to have a few stooges anyway. People that I already had half a crowd before the crowd came. Most of them were all on my payroll.
Right.
So it's it's not like you've got to stand there, talking to yourself for half an hour, hoping somebody comes and, looks your way, you've already got a crowd.
And so you made a pretty good dollar doing that.
I've made a very good dollar, yeah.
Well, cheating people is good training for the acting.
It's great, yeah.
It also said now,
It's a different version of the con system.
Sure. Now you're. It says in the 5 things about you that you like to do your own stunts. Do you have battles with directors or producers or insurance companies when you're signed for a film to do your own stunts?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes there's things that I consider that I'm very capable of, and they just go, well, we're not going to let you do that because we don't. Basically, there's an insurance procedure that sometimes gets in the way. So you can either, do it when no one's looking, or find another method of getting them to let you do it.
Now, this is probably something that you didn't know if you're a fan of Jason's. Before his acting career, he was on Great Britain's diving team. He competed in the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, and he placed 12th in the world for high-board diving.
Mostly true, but not all true. Never went to the Olympics, but anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Says it
Where do you
clearly.
get your info from, chaps?
Yeah, our producer, and trust us, we'll be talking with him.
In fact, it's not the first time I've heard
He didn't even tell us you were a foreigner.
Yeah, he didn't, did he? Where do you think I was from?
But Jason, the high-board diving, it's probably in the Summer Olympics when that comes up, it's probably my favorite thing to watch. And none better as far as the Americans were concerned than Greg Louganis. Who was the best diver you ever saw?
Well, I competed against a few times. Obviously, never got close to the amount of scores that he used to get. But yeah, he was number one. Yeah, he won. He was pretty much a legend in the sport. Yeah, he was as best as they get.
Now, do you still dive just for fun, for a hobby? Do you still keep kind of sharp?
No, I've done that. I've left that one years and years ago.
That was
I'm not
just
interested in that at all.
Cannonballs, pretty much it. Now that's all it is.
You move on. You get tired. You do something for so long. You give it so many hours of your life. You've had enough of it. The last thing I want to see is a poxy swimming pool.
All right, well, listen, Jason, heard so many good things about Crank. Is it doing okay in the theaters?
It's doing rather well, yeah.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to get to see it this weekend because the word is so strong on it. Crank is in theaters now. Go and see Jason Statham in Crank.
Jason, you ever in town? Stop in, sit with us for an hour.
Okay.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, chaps.
Also, apparently, our buddy Dwight Yoakam is in it. He plays the rock and roll doctor.
Oh, right, that he mentioned, sure.
Don't quite know what that means. All right, so there it is. Crank, Jason Statham, and we're tardy.